Yes, Gas heads, and welcome back to Gas Fan TV, the channel that keeps you locked in with all things Bristol Rovers. So we're here today to do the match preview for the Wigan game tomorrow, but we need to look back on the week we've just had. A disappointing result away at Barnsley. The Oakwell curse continues. Name of the Talking Cast podcast. Shout out Charlie and Neil as well. I'm actually in my little podcast setup here with so it feels reminiscent to bring that up. Now, we were very, very bad, let's be honest, for the first 15, 20 minutes of that first half. Barnsley presented us chances. They don't come around often, and we need to take them. Cherry missed what I would call a sitter, and you can't miss those if you're gonna want to win a game of football in League One. Barnsley, their crosses were pinpoint every corner, cross, free kick. We dealt with a couple of them, but for the most part, they were so accurate, we really couldn't do anything about them. It got to the point where I was sat here thinking, how the heck are we not 4 or 5 down? Griffiths made some routine saves. Maybe it was a lack of clinical edge from them. Yeah, we also have clinical problems going up top as well for us. We need to take our chances. We have to finish our dinner, essentially. Other than that, start of the second half, we looked very good. We had moments, promising moments, pardon the pun, things to encourage us, certainly. But we need to sort our goal scoring form out quite quickly. Maybe not that quickly, we're only 5, 6, 7 games in, but I don't want to keep saying every episode, we could have scored more and we should have scored. Let's take our chances. One thing I did like though, Ruel and Promise look very good up top together. So I'm really, really hoping that is now something that kicks on, because if that starts to click, we're dangerous. Shaq Ford looked good. Kofi Shaw looked good off the bench, both of them. We've got some good attacking options, but we need to start getting them going. Anyway, on to tomorrow. I'm joined today by Dan from Talking Wigan. Very knowledgeable. Love his stuff, and he's agreed to come on and actually share some insight for tomorrow. So, I'll start off with my first question. Dan, talk me through the Tics summer transfer window, because I've seen mixed reviews. What's your opinion, mate?
It's fair to say it's caused a lot of debate amongst Wigan fans for a multitude of reasons, really. We lost some key players, none more so than Charlie Hughes, who we got a fairly decent fee for, but probably not as much as we would have liked. Again, players like Charlie White, Josh McGuinness, not particularly good anymore, but experienced names, and that's really where our problem lies. Our squad doesn't have much experience at all anymore. We retained Jason Kerr, signed Will Aimson. They're probably our 2 most consistent players at the minute, which is no surprise as they're the only ones with any real league experience to them. Telo Asgard started the season well. Dion Rankine, who's a player we signed in the summer, has done okay, but the summer transfer window and the start of the season are sort of like that, really. They're it's been pretty tough on both fronts, really.
Yeah, that's really interesting to hear. I think that experience is what you need in a team, in any league, in any division. You got some good individual players for sure. I don't think you're as strong as last season, personally. I actually really wanted Silko Thomas. Obviously, he signed on loan to you from Leicester. Did really well for the academy last season. I think he got 9 goals, 6 assists off the top of my head. But anyway, a player that I actually really wanted on loan. So I'm interested to see how he does this season. Anyway, I'll ask the question. I'll just get it straight down the barrel. Score predictions. I'll let you go first, and then I'll tell you mine.
I'm gonna say I think we'll leave with at least a point. I'm gonna say a 1-1 draw. We've kind of looked a bit better going forward in recent weeks, but yeah, we're in a bit of a tough spot, and I think a draw away from home, we can't really complain with that. I'm tempted to say we could sneak something, but I'm not convinced with our record at your place at all, so I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw and sort of hope that that's anywhere near right. The match goal scorers, I like Raul Soterio. It's a name that was hoping that I would have to learn to say because he was going to join Wigan. I don't think we were ever linked with it. I remember him leaving Leyton Orient and thinking that's a player that I really like. And you've got a few of those, in fairness. So I think he'll score for yourselves. And I'm going to say that Silko Thomas, who is a young lad that we've got on loan from Leicester, who's had a very, very poor start, if we're being honest. Admittedly, it's his first season in senior football, so it's going to be tough for him naturally. But I'll back him and say he's going to score his first goal for the club.
I'll give you the pronunciation of Rossiteri. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. I'm just giving it my best shot. You know, I'm just a passion merchant. I think a 1-1 draw is understandable. But obviously, last season, it didn't go very well for you down the Mem. Put it that way. I'd love a repeat of that. I'm not sure that's actually going to happen. I'm a little bit more positive on my end. I'm going to go a 2-0 Gas win. Promise Cherry, Ruel Sotirio are my goal scorers. If we can make it click up top, I reckon we stand a very good chance. Talk to me then about your danger man, because there are a few, in my opinion, that we need to be wary of. Matt Smith, fantastic player. Asgard, unbelievable technician. Is there someone else that we need to look out for, or is it one of the obvious ones? Who's your danger man for the Tics?
So probably say it would be Tello Asgard, an academy player. I mentioned him earlier, had a good start to the season. I think he's been involved in every one of our goals, even though he's only been credited with 2 of the 3. We scored one against Morecambe in the cup as well, but that really doesn't matter. But yeah, he's scored against Birmingham, albeit from a massive goalkeeper mistake by Bailey Peacock-Farrell, and he had a header that was kind of going somewhere near the goal against Crawley for our only win. And yeah, he's a crucial attacking player, really good attacking midfielder, approaching I think 150 games in the league, which is incredible for a player of his age. Done well with Norway under-21s and international duty as well, and he's just a very good player. You know, there are other players, Matt Smith, who is a very good League One player as well, Aimson and Kerr, who I mentioned earlier. Sam Tickle in goal is always going to be brilliant and is the next sort of cab off the rank really in terms of players, you know, like Charlie Hughes, for example, being sold for big money. But in terms of going forward, I think Tello Asgard's the man that Gas will have to watch.
Last but not least then, mate, tell me who the danger man is for the Gas. In my opinion, I actually think that Luke Thomas is going to redeem himself from the weekend. I reckon he's going to dictate that game. But is there someone else for you who you think you should be looking out for when it comes to our players?
Ruel Sotirio, again, great player. Isaac Hutchinson's a player who I watched for Warsaw last year and did some reporting on them and really enjoyed watching him. Camille Conte, again, just fantastic little midfielder there. So you've got some good players, but I'm worried about Ruel up front. I'm going to call him Ruel because it's easier to say, and I do think he'll get on the score sheet, unfortunately for us.
Yeah, just call him Ruel, mate. I agree with you, actually. I think he could have a big weekend this weekend. I'm really happy that you mentioned Hutchinson. I've been Hutchinson's biggest advocate. I do think he needed to come out the team just for a game or two because he was plonked in League One, show me what you've got. And it was very much like all eyes on him, and he didn't quite hit the heights. He's already got 1 goal, 1 assist for us this season. Obviously, it came in the EFL Trophy. But I think he will actually come back in tomorrow. I'm glad you mentioned Conte too as well. I mean, what a player. We did not look the same without him away at Barnsley on Saturday. I think he'll come back in tomorrow. He didn't travel very well on international duty, so I hope he's fit and ready. If he is, he starts. He's vital to our team. I actually think arguably he could be one of the most important players for us. Dan, thank you so much, mate. Quality from you as well. I appreciate that. Everyone go and follow him up, check him out. You know where to find me. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you down the Mem tomorrow, hopefully. Depends what time the missus gets back from her holiday. If I go, I'll make a vlog. If I don't go, obviously there won't be a vlog. And as always, at the gas.